Mark, what do you think the easiest set in the 1950s is to collect?
I don't know.
Hello, everyone. This is Ken from Vintage Card Voyage, and
Mark.
and we're here today to take a retrospective look at the 1955 top set. And it's probably on the top of your mind because it's the 70th anniversary. So we thought we'd kind of take you down a historical look at the set. I've collected the set myself. Mark might collect it somewhere down the road.
I mean, I have, because of my father-in-law, I have a 30 plus cards in the set. So I'm well on my way, a sixth of the way, a seventh of the way, something like that. So.
Yeah, and I could imagine you might be at a garage sale or an estate sale one day, and let's say you pick up another 50 card lot or something like that.
Right.
That might help you push into that direction.
I have not been at an estate sale or a garage sale as of yet where I've ever seen any 1950s cards. But hey, you never know.
Sadly, I think they just get eaten up.
Yeah.
But let's kind of walk down the 1955 path and first talk about why collect it. We can kind of go back and forth, but for me and people who've watched this channel before know I like smaller sets, just easier to collect. And even though they intended to have 210 cards, how many cards do they actually have, Mark?
206, which is an odd, I mean, not even, but an even number, but an odd number to have as far as sets go.
Very, very odd.
Yeah.
Although Topps, will in their history, I can remember basketball sets 132 or 128 or the famous Fleer set of the 86 basketball Fleer set, I think has a quirky number too.
Yeah, I think it was 132 or 144 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up being used to either 660 or 792. That was the tops were 792 in the 80s and 660 for Donruss and Fleer initially, at least.
Yeah. But the reason that I guess they only had 206 is that four people I think they were planning to create cards for them, but they were under contract with Bowman.
Yep.
And unfortunately for the Mickey Mantle collectors, he did not do a Topps card because he was under contract.
Right, as was Whitey Ford, I believe, and
Bob Feller.
Right, Bob Feller.
And then not to start with negatives, but there's other Hall of Famers like Robin Roberts, Bob Lemon, Stan Musial, who didn't have a Bowman card either.
Right.
Richie Ashburn. And then there's a guy like Herb Score, who actually led the league in, I think, wins that season or strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
He was under contract with Bowman too. So those are cards you won't find in there.
Right.
But we can start looking at some of the cards. This is the number one card.
Dusty Rhodes.
And this is Dusty Rhodes. Mark can tell you why Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, so I was reading an article about this. Apparently, Topps decided to give him the number one card because he was one of the heroes from the 1954 World Series. And I thought I had incorrectly thought that he'd won the World Series MVP, but as it happens, there wasn't actually a World Series MVP until 1955.
Right.
But yeah, so he had hit a pinch hit home run in game one to win the game for the Giants, and that was obviously the same series as Willie Mays' The Catch. But he was a memorable player, and he had apparently, Ken, you had said that he also had a really good season in '54.
Yeah. I mean, again, you can look on the back. He hit 341, which is
that's pretty good. Especially
today
now.
would be leading the league for sure.
Right. I mean, especially now, for people tracking the NL, there's a possibility no one's going to hit 300 this year in the National.
That'd probably be the first time that's happened, I would guess.
Since '68, I think that was when Yaz hit 301. I don't know I think someone in the National League hit 300 that year, but yeah, it's probably the first time. Anyway, so that's kind of why Ted Williams was relegated to number 2.
Right. So this is, if they had to do it again, maybe they would make this the number one card.
Right.
Any Ted Williams Topps card I think is cool.
Yeah.
So that's number 2 card. The number 4 card is one that
K-Line, right?
Mark, I do have this one.
I do, yes. Not graded, but yes, I do have one.
Yeah. So that's again an outstanding. And this is my highest grade. It's a 5, but that's
Nice.
out of the graded cards, that's my highest one. Because they're expensive.
Yeah, I picked up a raw, I believe, for between $80 and $90, something like that. I think
In good shape.
it was in pretty good shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's an Ernie Banks.
Ernie, yeah.
I'm kind of going by order of the GOATs, the greatest guys. Hank Aaron. Here's my Hank Aaron. 47. If you're a vintage collector, you're probably like, yeah, seen all these, right?
Yeah.
And then this is probably my favorite card of the set, even though it's not a rookie card, which is the Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
So, they won the World Series that year in 55.
55, yep. First one for the Dodgers.
Right. And it was probably the only Brooklyn World Series win, right? I think they only won once.
In Brooklyn, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Probably true.
They won out in LA, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they won more than one during Jackie's playing career, though. We'll have to look that up. But this is I love this card. This is one of the first cards I got in the set. Yeah, and then we come on the rookie card run. Like the rookie cards are kind of nested in the middle, and so there's the Koufax.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pull out my Clemente. It's in a different, more safe place, so I didn't pull that out. But here's the Killebrew, which I don't have graded. Which I was going to ask Mark this. Should I leave it raw?
Well, I mean, you have been the one who said leave it raw.
Yeah, I want to start the leave it raw movement. I mean, it's like it's not going to grade that high. You can see there's imperfections on it. I'll probably get a 2 or a 3, not a terrible grade.
I mean, it's hard. Like with vintage, it becomes more about like authentication than the grade itself.
Yes,
really. And I mean, because you're not going to grade that well unless for whatever reason you happen to get one that's amazing, that's been kept in amazing condition. It's just doesn't happen that often. So,
and then some of it is to match. Like I have some of these graded, but then here's another big one, Willie Mays. I don't have that graded. It's just raw. I have a mix of, and then there's some that I bought graded. Like this is a Yogi Berra, and it's only a 1. Again, beautiful color still.
Yeah.
And then we come upon another one, which is like Duke Snider, not graded. So if you're out there, help me with my dilemma. Should I grade or not? I would grade with SGC. I like SGC and vintage slabs.
Right.
But so now I have a mixture. I have some raw, some not raw.
It really just, because it comes down to a personal choice. Like, what do you think is important? Like, do you really need the grade, or is it really just like, you want to be able to look at the card and like touch the card and smell it or whatever? Like, that's a lot of people are like that about vintage, especially. Yeah. So,
and really the only ones that are graded are the, some of these handful of the big cards.
Right.
All the commons, I would not grade those.
Yeah. Unless they're in like pristine condition, then maybe it warrants it.
Yeah, and when I was going through this last night, I mean, I saw some that are in great condition, which is another question. Is like, do you grade it and then sell it and then replace it with a less expensive one and make some money?
Right.
Or do you get disappointed because it might be counterfeit?
Yeah.
I mean, although I wonder, would people counterfeit a common? Like, I would find that really hard to believe.
You wouldn't think so, but again, who knows what it goes into the mind of people who decide to counterfeit things. Yeah.
Because if you counterfeited, like 100 of do you remember the name of any of those double print guys? Here's one. Rip Rapolsky. There's a guy named Rip Rapolsky in the set.
Harry Perkowski is one of them.
Yeah, Harry Perkowski.
Yeah.
Could you sell him? Right? Like, that's why I've always had comfort in buying like really good condition commons for vintage cards, because I'm like, who practically would counterfeit those cards?
Right.
So, anyways, and then a few other cards that of note. Don Zimmer,
rookie.
That's his rookie card, number 92, and he was on the Dodgers, which I kind of love that too. I wonder if he was a leader on that team.
Don't know.
Yeah, and then here's a Ken Boyer. If you look closely, there's a pinhole in it. This is a rookie card. I think this is a fairly expensive card because he won the MVP and is a great player. And then the last one of note I pulled was Chuck Tanner.
Right.
Manager of We Are Family Pirates.
Yeah. That's
79, 78?
79.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a great little set. I kind of love that set. And have we gone through the reasons to collect it?
No, and one thing I should say too, I did look up the World Series. The Dodgers won in '59, but they were already in LA at that point. So that was their next championship.
I think
it was the Yankees, followed by the Braves, followed by the Yankees again, and then the Dodgers.
Yeah. I mean, 55 was a great year because it was, the famous Brooklyn Dodgers team. It was a Subway Series. I think it might have been the first Subway Series.
No,
probably not.
No, they had. Yeah, that's the thing. It was like that was their they finally beat the Yankees, sort of thing, because they lost them like multiple times in the 50s, in fact. So,
and this fact might be wrong, but I found something that said it was the first World Series on color TV.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. It's quite possible.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they named the MVP that year for the first time.
It could be.
Who knows?
It could be. Another notable thing that happened that season is Willie Mays hit 50 home runs.
Yeah.
Which back then was a big number.
Yeah. It was a big number in the 90s when Fielder did it. Like, that was like a big deal. Now it's like whatever. But
yeah, I know. 50 is no big. And in fact, don't we have Schwarber already has 49, I think.
Raleigh has 50.
Yeah.
I believe. And Schwarber had 4 last night. So now he has 49, I think.
It's kind of fun. I pulled the MLB leaders in 55.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know who won the batting title? Yes.
For which league, or like just the general, like the MLB one?
Well, this is what's confusing to me because I read that it was somebody that you and me both love, player that we both love.
Mm-hmm.
Probably his highest batting season is this guy.
Would it be Clemente then, or K-Line, really?
K-Line 340 that year.
Okay.
So I read that he won the batting title, but then I go to some stats here and it says Elmer Valo hit 364.
Wow.
Ted Williams hit 356, and then K-Line hit 340.
Yeah, I was gonna say Williams would make sense to win because he always seemed to.
Yeah, and then Richie Ashburn 338 and Willie Mays 319. So those are your top 5.
Elmer Valo, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Kind of fun to look at the home run leaders. There's Mays 51, Klaczewski 47, Ted Klaczewski.
Yes.
But my father loved him. It just was like
he of
with the no sleep things. Ernie Banks 44, Duke Snider 42, Eddie Matthews 41. Duke Snider won the RBI title 136. This is before they would do the leader cards, right?
Right.
I mean, I love the leader cards.
And those came in the 60s, right? Early 60s?
Yeah. I think 1960 or 61 is the first year.
Yeah.
A few more. Robin Roberts led the league with 23 wins. Don Newcomb had 20. That was the only two 20-game winners, which kind of surprising to me.
I mean, Koufax obviously was his rookie, and he hadn't even played yet. That was his first year, I think. 55.
Yeah, not very good either. I don't think.
Yeah, he was.
very
His
wild.
first 5 or 6 years were kind of whatever, and then he blew up. 60s.
He's the reason why, like, my son gets frustrated with players that just don't show much in their first few years, but they have potential.
Right.
You know, like a Mackenzie Gore on the Washington Nationals. It's like he did make the All-Star team. He's only had 5 wins. He's just like stumbling along, and I'm like, well, he could be like Koufax, left-handed, a lot of strikeouts. Could just take him 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Herb Score led the league in strikeouts, 245, and then ERA. The ERA champ was Billy Pierce, 1.97.
Wow.
Yeah, so
no Feller was. Yeah, I'm surprised that Feller was not in that strikeout.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else interesting? I mean, again, some reasons to collect the set. It's just like first landscape, right?
First landscape, exactly.
So beautiful landscape.
The rich colors are, the colors of the set itself are really beautiful.
Yeah, and it's one of the last sets that is artist drawn, right? Like, no AI back then. This is an actual artist had to draw that.
Right. Was it 57 is the first one with photographs?
Yes. Yeah. So it's one of the last sets that way. Mm-hmm. I mean, we should also mention 55. There's competition, right? There's the Bowman cards.
Bowman. Well, until December when Topps bought out Bowman in 1955.
Ah, okay. So that's why Bowman went away.
Yeah.
But they also made these.
Right, the double headers. Yeah,
the double headers. So we were talking off camera about how this could be why the set is so small.
Yeah, there was I don't know if they know that for a fact, or maybe I misread, but the theory was that because of those 66 cards of the double headers, which I guess were included in the packs, in some of the packs, I guess, that's why the set was smaller than their other sets had been. They kind of fleshed it out with the double headers cards.
Yeah, these double header cards are ones that because I have this one. I only have the one. I've been thinking, do I collect that set? We'll see. That's
66 cards. It's right around.
Yeah. Smaller set. And it's not. Would it be 66 cards because there's 2, right?
So, right. So 33. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how they do that.
There's the back.
It was interesting too. I was reading that apparently there were they came in packs of like 1 for a penny, 6 for a nickel. And then they had, I think, either were they cello packs? Maybe, I don't know, but I didn't know what the pricing was on that. But it was just like just thinking about that, like, wow, a nickel.
Yeah,
crazy.
But a great set. I would say if you're a vintage collector, this is a great one to chase. Mickey Mantle's not in it, so there's also like if you are annoyed by the fact that you have to buy a Mickey Mantle, that's in my mind overpriced. I mean, he's so expensive for what his career was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this would be a good set to collect.
It is. I mean, it's obviously, like you said, it is missing some Hall of Famers, but overall, I mean, there's 18, I think, Hall of Famers total in the set of 206, and so that's a little less than 10%. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I like it. I think it's a beautiful set, and it's, as I mentioned, it's like a precursor to the 56, which was a little more like expansive as far as like the action shots, I guess, were a little more.
Yeah. And just from a visual standpoint, I mean, this was the competition, right?
Right.
That was the Bowman. Some people love the TV thing. I just don't think you can beat. The Topps looks, I think, much better than the Bowman.
And it was Bowman's first time doing the horizontal as well, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they obviously went away because of Topps purchases of it.
And it does make me think that the TV, color TV thing might have happened in 55 because
of that. Yeah.
TV set. So
certainly possible.
Right. Are there other anniversary sets that you think we should cover?
I mean, we've already covered 75 as far as like at least the mini set. But that was last year when it wasn't an anniversary. 65. I don't know. That set doesn't jump out at me as much. I'm trying to think from a rookie perspective who there is. There's a few Hall of Fame rookies.
I think there's some good ones. I think Catfish Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
Tony Perez, maybe.
Is it Carlton or is that the year after?
I think that's Carlton too. Anyways, that would be the logical one, right?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing 45 really that we could do. We are about vintage cards, so the only thing left is 65.
Right.
Unless we stretch the believability of vintage and we do 85, which I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. Right?
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, that's like right at that. Some people say, I think that's right on the cusp of the junk wax. Others would say the entirety of the 80s, other than 1980, is junk wax.
Yeah.
I don't know where I stand on that. Personally, I think 86, 87, I think is maybe the start of the junk wax for me personally, but who knows? I don't know. We can certainly do a 65. Again, not as familiar with it. I don't have a lot of cards from that. I have a few, but
I would vote to do the 65.
Okay.
I'm curious enough to just look at it and think about it and unless there is a non-baseball set, like a football set, or there's no basketball set in 55.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think there's a basketball set 65. 75 there is, I think.
Yeah. Basketball definitely, I think.
So that's another, we could do 75.
Football for sure. There's football for 75, for 65 and 55, I'm pretty sure.
Right. So those are the candidates.
Yes.
Do you feel like you want to switch sports and do one of those?
I mean, I may have some 55 football from my father-in-law's collection, so that's a possibility. I would need to do a little research into it, certainly. That might be fun because I know we tend to focus a lot on on baseball on this channel. Mm-hmm. But we, obviously do celebrate football and baseball.
And football season's coming up.
It is. It is.
Okay, so I think we're going to do football. Did we do 55 or 65 or 75?
Let's look into it. I mean, I definitely have some 75s that I can do, and that is a 50 year. So that's, something to, I picked up. Yeah, I remember picking up a couple of years ago. I picked up a bunch of 50 or 75s football. So that might be one worth looking into.
65 is probably the Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Topps has a set or not. I love those Philly sets.
I think they do have a set though. I think 65. I think they have both. But maybe I'm wrong about that.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll figure it out and leave it a mystery for the the audience.
I actually think we have 5 candidates: 55, 65, 75 football, 75 mm-hmm. basketball, or 65 baseball.
Yeah, that's good call.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
All right. Anything else? You got any updates? Any estate sales?
I don't. I was actually supposed to get something on Facebook, and I was going to this over the last weekend, but I wasn't. I was going to go on Friday night and get it, but I didn't want to face the bridge traffic. So I decided, let's do it on Saturday instead. And the guy's like, well, I have a neighbor who might be interested in these cards, but I don't know if he's going to be available in the morning. So I'll wait and let you know if he is. And he ended up selling it to his neighbor. Yeah. But the guy said, I think I'm going to be getting another one. So I get the feeling he's like maybe a storage guy or something that he gets from storage, units or something. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. I also had another guy who I had met at a garage sale who was selling some stuff. He ended up selling, actually the guy, I got there right when the garage sale opened and someone had already been there and gotten the cards that he was selling, but he had more that he hadn't brought out. And so he ended up sending me some pictures of them. And I gave him a quote of what I thought they were worth. And then he's like, oh, well, what about just like basically he had like singles, like about 30 or so singles. And then he had a binder of cards. These are all from like the early 80s. Well, mostly 80s, some 70s. And then he was like, oh, well, what about the singles? And so I looked at the singles individually, and then I realized that I had undershot as far as like what I gave the quote I had given him. And so I went up a little bit, and I'm like, singles I think would be 200, whole set probably 500, something like that, or all for the binder along with 500. And he's like, I'll think about it. And then I literally the next day or that night saw him post on Facebook. So he's trying to sell them on Facebook and trying to get a better offer.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he gets. You know, maybe
did he know? Did he know the what he had? Did he?
I mean, I think he gets it. Like he knows. I mean, he definitely had. I mean, they were. You know, the singles were in. Top loaders. So he obviously is a collector. So he understands, and he has some graded stuff as well.
Okay.
He has like 2 Ricky Henderson rookies in the binder, and like. He had a Murray rookie and some other guys. Again, I may have overquoted him as far as like the singles go, but I just don't know. I mean, I don't because I can't tell the condition. I've only seen the front. Yeah. I don't know what the backs look like, so I'm just kind of guessing that they're all in good condition, but I just don't know. So. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he'll sell them on Facebook. Maybe he'll come back to me and say, like, yeah, okay, I'm interested or not. Who knows? So
I have some TTM things I can show.
Yeah, please do.
Cards. This one is, I like the dual or the triple auto, so I got both these to sign in. I love that one.
Yeah.
One of my favorite players, Dawson. I found this card, which is like Topps will do these solo reprints of the rookie cards, so that's kind of cool.
In the 2000s or whatever they're doing. Right. Yeah.
I've shown you this one. This one I really love because that's a great card, and one of these days I'll get Dale Murphy to sign it, maybe in person. But Ernie Witt and Lance Parrish have great autographs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Bo Diaz, we talked about this. He passed away a long time ago. But yeah.
I know. Probably out there he signed one of these, and I could have started from that. But
maybe, right? Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And I Dale Murphy doesn't sign through the mail, so
you mentioned maybe going to Atlanta or something, and
yeah. And then this I paid through he has a
his foundation.
Yeah, and I really love this card. I was looking at this one and the football card too, the one he's throwing a football, but I love this. And he's a great designer.
I love that upper deck set. Like that was the one where they have the Dion where he's running and becomes a football player or something.
That I think is in a later.
Oh, is it a later one?
But yes, that's one of the
Right. I love those. I love the kind of idea behind it, like what they're thinking about and the way they did it. So.
Oh, I mean, we'll do a show on this. Upper Deck was an innovator. Like,
yeah, exactly. They were definitely an innovator.
I don't have enough of the. I mean, I've been thinking about deep diving into the 90s, the SP and SPX sets that have holograms, and I have a bunch of those, but I haven't. I started researching last night. Did you know there's a set called the SPX Force set, which are these holograms that have 4 heads on it? It's like a shared, and some of those are like, there's 2 of them that have 4 Hall of Famers, and I was like, why don't I know more about this? And anyways, I'm probably going to enter the deep dive pool of the Upper Deck hologram cards. Yeah,
that's awesome. There's so much I don't know about those like 90s sets. There's just so many of them, and like there's novelty sets and whatever. So
yeah, so the SPX set that has the 4. There's 4 pitchers and there's another one with 4 hitters, all Hall of Famers. I'm looking at that going, and they're numbered. They're numbered to like 500.
Okay.
So fairly scarce.
Right.
And I was like, those should be worth a lot of money. No, they're not.
Huh. Interesting.
Like, is there a stain on Upper Deck? Is that why?
I don't know. It's a good question. Or maybe people just think they're goofy or whatever. Who knows? Like,
Yeah, my son does. My son does. He started laughing. He goes, that's just, it's like a classic old technology.
Right.
He just started laughing, and I was
like the sport flicks or whatever from the 80s.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, it's old technology, but it's still kind of cool to see a hologram. I mean, we don't see holograms walking around today.
Right.
I don't know. I'm sounding like an old man for sure. the upper deck cards that have inserts and autographs of Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, there's a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just flying in terms of price and value, but not the holograms. Like,
yeah,
you can get a Michael hologram, even like numbered smaller run set, and they're not they're affordable. So
right, unless they're obviously in pristine condition, but yeah.
Right. And having read this, the hologram technology was just too expensive. That's why they stopped.
Yeah, that's right.
So underappreciated, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So possible future episode.
Yes. Okay. Well, I think that's a wrap.
That is a wrap. Everyone, thank you. And thank you, Ken, for the information on the 55s. And we'll decide on our next anniversary set down the road. So,
yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.